Okay, so we're gonna just dive right in, and I'm gonna have you tell a bit of like your story about who you are, where you're
Oh,
from.
okay. Well, I'm originally from Fort Worth, Texas, and I went to fine art schools growing up there for like middle school up into high school, and then eventually I auditioned for American Idol, and just kind of it was very by chance. I just kind of fell into it. I happened to be at a class where an idol casting director was, and then so I sang, and she was like, "You got to come to Nashville and audition," and I was like, "Well, shit, okay." So I did, and then that kind of launched my career because I got relatively far, and it gave me the numbers and the backing for a little bit of recognition. And then I started playing. Actually, up until then, though, I've been playing shows for forever. Like I was playing 2 shows a week or more in Texas, whether that was just open mic nights that I'd find or actual like gigs that I would book. I try and do as many as I could every week, and that's how I think I got as good and as comfortable as I am. So yeah, so I did that for a while. Idol put out an EP, did okay, and then kind of didn't do stuff for a while, and I was focusing on learning and like graduating and stuff like that. And then I put out still playing shows all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Then I put out a EP in 2018 called 4 in the Morning. And that one did really well. I got that one like on Spotify New Music Friday, shit like that. Yeah. And then now here I am in California. Corona hit. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I've seen your videos on TikTok and stuff.
Thank you. I decided, I came to the conclusion. I was like, well, damn, I can, that's all, that's the whole, everything's online right now. That's all I can do. All I can do is make content online for people. So I was like, well, you know, man, I'm really going to dive deep into TikTok as much as I can. And it's been going well.
I mean, it's fun. I feel like it's a fun way to express yourself and to get closer to people who are fans and
definitely
see like a quirky side of you versus just like hearing your music. So I think it's a great tool to use.
And I notice I grow more because I've had like tweets and things that have gone viral and stuff like that, but you grow more as like an influencer or artist if it is you being the thing that's interesting or funny or representative. Whereas I have a funny tweet that does, no matter how well it does, people are probably not going to follow me. Mm-hmm. But if it's a funny picture or meme of me or video of me, people are a lot more likely to go, oh, there's a face to this joke.
Yeah.
Let me support the person.
Definitely.
So I've noticed TikTok's really good for that.
Yeah. So you talked about American Idol. What was your experience like with that?
Overall positive. The worst thing was I was a really picky eater when I was 16, and the crafts was not comfortable for a 16-year-old boy that just wanted burgers and fries. Yeah. It was like healthy stuff, and I honestly did not eat because I didn't like it so much.
Oh my gosh, that's so
funny. But that's more on me. Like if it was me now, I'd be like, oh shit, look at all this free food, man. It's awesome.
Yeah. Like hummus, celery, yes.
Yeah, I would have taken it, but now I'm just. But then it was me being a little brat.
Yeah.
But overall, overwhelmingly really good. Yeah, everybody was really nice. I mean, there's of course like the early Hollywood Week stuff where they're like, "Don't what you think of Josh over there."
Yeah.
What's your opinion on him? And you don't. It depends if you want to play the game. I didn't want to play the game, so I was like, "Oh, Josh is great." You know, I mean, I haven't worked with him that much, but you know, he's a good guy. Mm-hmm. Like, you sure there's nothing you want to say about Josh? I'm like, no. So there's definitely some of that, but I don't blame them because they have to make a narrative out of nothing.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I would not probably be in the position that I am had I not done American Idol.
So with COVID going on, and when we talked earlier, you had touched on how you used to go like, you know, Texas, California, Tennessee, and now you're just kind of chilling in California. How has COVID affected you and your music, and how have you had to like pivot from what you usually do?
Well, my usual, just in terms of simply income, was playing shows. Like I made my living from music full time. I had a part-time job, but it was more like because I enjoyed it at the UPROAR in Dallas. And that was like my safety net. Like, hell, if I need money, I'll be like, hey, gotta pick up some shifts. They're like, yeah, we got you. Because they're some of the best bosses that I had. But then there were no shows. And then there was no museum. because those are things that people go to
Right.
and go to in public, so they had to be shut down. So I had to look at more other sorts of ways to make money. So I've started teaching lessons online. And it's a good time to do lessons online because people all over can't see. So I have students East Coast, West Coast, Central, um, um, and it's getting me by. And I was very surprised that there are so many people that were interested in what I had to offer. So that, of course, and then just like, for example, gigging was how I'd promote stuff. That's how I'd make new fans. That's how I would like, I'd go out in LA, I'd play a show, and I'd network.
Mm-hmm.
And networking is a lot different now. There is no meeting people and them doing favors because they like you in the same sense.
Right.
Because that's how I got by, is because
Right.
I'm a self-funded artist. So people be like, wow, that show was great. I want to help you out. So I've got to look at other ways to try and do that. Yeah, things are just very different.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie and say it's not been a struggle, but it's an excuse to make content.
Right.
So that's been nice. I've done things like that.
Do you feel like once things kind of start to shift back to normal and, gigs come by more often, that you'll continue to kind of teach these classes online and
Oh, I'd love
do
to.
the things you're still doing?
Oh yeah, I mean, for starters, the students I have are all really cool.
Yeah.
They're all pretty fun. I like talking to them. I like helping them out. And it's honestly a really good, just to be like very frank, good supplemental income.
Yeah.
It's a good steady way to make money with music, and
Mhm.
it's honestly really easy. I just wake up, open my thing, and be like, "Hey guys, what you working on? Songwriting? Okay, let's fix this song. A, B, and C is wrong with it. Maybe you should try these things." Also, production work. I've been doing production work, which has been fun, because I produce a lot of my own music
That's
as
awesome.
well. So it's been fun to produce stuff for other people, because that's been something to work on during quarantine. Is
Yeah.
my production.
Do you think your musical process or your like perspective on life or your songwriting, anything's kind of changed during the pandemic or the way you do it?
Songwriting for sure. Because I mean, that might be because I have a girlfriend, so that makes things a bit more like difficult
Yeah.
to write about sad love songs, which was like my forte.
You're like, babe, let's get in a fight so I can write a song.
Yeah, I just kind of always write sad songs, and she's
Yeah.
just like, "Do you not like me?" And I'm like, "No, no, 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 it's not that." Um, but I almost pre-text her and be like, "I think I'm gonna write a sad love song right now." She goes, "Okay, I just think it's funny." Um, but I mean, I experience less life too.
That makes sense.
No matter what I do, I'm just not experiencing life in the same way. So a lot of my songs, I wrote one actually with my friend from Idol, Rayvon, Rayvon Owen, who's doing really cool shit right now. He has like some show with The Sims. I don't even know what it is.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. But yeah, and it was just about being like creatively frustrated, being just mentally frustrated, being at home, your sleep schedule being messed up. I write songs like that. I'm writing a lot more personal songs.
Yeah.
And because I'm not experiencing human contact in the same way. So the songs that I have been writing have been more personal, which is a good exercise because I've been very incapable my entire songwriting career of writing anything other than a love song.
Yeah. Well, it allows you now to dive deeper into your own mind with all.
Oh yeah,
Who
who else am I gonna hang out with? Just myself all the time.
Yeah. So, do you feel like with everything going on in the world that the music industry could be doing better, whether it's as a whole, the corporations, the labels, streaming services? So I know Spotify was doing like a donate button on their pages. I'm always curious to hear if there's ways that artists believe that the music industry could better support them.
I think the government should support us a little bit better.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think it should be relied on private corporations. But I mean, I am sure so many people probably have gotten dropped.
Yeah.
Or projects have been put on hold. If you're not a major artist, I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be great if like the labels are doing stuff, but I'd much rather get more than one stimulus check,
Right.
for being honest. But from what I've seen, I think the music industry has done some pretty cool stuff. Like BMI, uh, who I'm with, is doing helps set up rights. I've been doing a lot of online rights recently.
Yeah.
Like the song I wrote with Rayvon, that was through a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Uh, so I'm doing a lot of things like that, and that's what whatever their name is, BMI has been trying to do. Like I have a contact there who helps me find people to write with, and we do it online.
Hmm.
I wish there was like more cool ways to do concerts and stream them and make them like chargers, like you charge
Yeah.
for it, like to sell a show basically.
Yeah.
But again, to do cool looking stuff like that, you kind of have to have people to film to make it look nice. So it's very difficult to get it to all work out. Yeah, I honestly don't know what the solution is. It's a very complicated problem.
Right. It's very unprecedented also. It's not like there's something similar that's ever happened for there to be some sort of thought process or
Oh no,
structure in place that we could go off of. It's just
not at all.
never happened before. Okay, so we touched on TikTok and social media a little bit. Are you using your platform for more than just personal stuff right now with like obviously voting coming up, Black Lives Matter, the human trafficking, COVID in general?
Absolutely. There's like something new every gosh
Month, every week.
darn day. Every hour there is another terrible police thing that happened, or
Yeah.
people are like 5G causing corona, stuff
Yeah.
like that. And oh yeah, I try to post up on my story. I had gone to a few protests,
Mhm.
which again is like stressful for multiple reasons
Right.
because they're Black Lives Matter protests. You don't know what honestly the police are going to do to you.
Right.
And then secondly, we're in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Like you're out there being around people, which was honestly what kept me from wanting to go. Much less the danger of the police, but the literal uh, corona.
You're right.
Because where I live with my friend Seth and his dad.
Uh-huh.
And his dad is up there. His dad's kind of old, so like if he got diagnosed with corona, I mean, I don't think he would do well.
Right.
So I have to think about things like that. But
Right.
definitely, I try and post up on my story. I try and get petitions. That girl who got arrested for not doing her homework or
Mhm.
whatever, you know what I'm talking about? She's like 15 or something. I wish I had her name on the top of my head.
No, I don't. I
She was
don't
in
hear
Michigan, I
that.
think. She didn't do her online work and she got arrested.
What?
Her online school, yeah.
I have to look into that after we're done with this call.
But trying to find like petitions and sharing stuff like that, it's rough. Yeah, I try and do what I can, but I'm not the largest
Right.
person to spread any kind of awareness.
Right.
I do
I mean,
that.
I think any voice helps in things like this, but do you find it important for artists and creatives in general to be using their voice and their platform for things like this right now?
Definitely. I always think it's weird when like a celebrity or somebody shares their opinions, even if I don't agree with them, for
Mhm.
someone to go, stick to your acting or your music. It's
Right.
like I am also a citizen in the United States, so I can comment on this. All these things
Right.
affect me. But I definitely think it's good. I mean, uh, because some people just don't know things. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some people just aren't aware. And I don't think that, I mean, also some celebrities can be really tone deaf. There's that too, because I have noticed, like, as you get more successful, you kind of can get um, not really touched on reality. Like, I mean, the whole Imagine, people singing Imagine video, everybody was kind of like, what's this? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I
It was
do.
all artists. Everybody's like, oh, that's weird. Can we just get money, please?
Yeah.
Um, but the intent was there. The
Yeah.
intent to do something to help was there, and that's what's important. Because I think people do look to their idols for what's the word? For help, for
Yeah.
like what should I be doing, and also what was it? Who was it? think Ariana, no, it was Beyonce. It was Beyonce posted a bunch of Black-owned businesses
Mm-hmm.
during Black Lives Matter, and all of them skyrocketed. And
Right.
that's like a great example of like using your platform.
Yeah. There's just so much influence there. And I think especially with a lot of these like diehard fans for these bigger artists,
Mm-hmm.
they are listening to everything they say and do. And so when
The
these
K-pop people who did this stuff
yeah,
in Dallas, right?
it was in
Too.
Oklahoma.
Okay. That was amazing.
That
I
was
got so
insane.
much more respect for K-pop after that.
Start streaming K-pop all the
I
time.
was like, oh, come on, give me all the fan cams. Where are they at? Where are the fan cams?
So our next question that is more related to us, I would say. So the name of our blog is Uproar, which the definition is technically to like cause chaos or mayhem or, you know. So I was wondering what the word uproar means to you.
First thing, totally just stream of consciousness. I was reading those things. It was like, what's uproar? And immediately my head went, I don't know, what's up with you? Like, that's
I wanted to do that for like an e-blast header for us.
That's literally where my head went. And anyway, I think it's kind of like causing a riot. I mean, when I saw that question, it was in the height of like Black Lives Matter protests,
Right.
and that was people causing an uproar.
Yeah.
It was being doing what needs to be done to get their point across.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of.
I love that. Okay, so what's coming up next in your world?
Well, I literally just put out a music video.
Okay, I'll definitely link that in the blog.
For Think of Me, and phenomenal. Seth, the person I live with, Seth Lee, directed it. I had it could not have happened. Everything fell together. It was a very fun process to get it done. We did have like neighborhood watch called on us while we were trying to get it filmed, so it was very stressful. It was a whole ordeal. But we finally got it done, and I think it is like the best thing that I have done in a long time. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I'm going to be putting out like a little not like a EP, but a collection of some remixes and stuff of Think of Me. Hopefully like beginning of September or August or something like that. I actually have Devin who helped me produce it. We co-wrote and co-produced that song. He hopped on the track because he had all the files. Like, dude, you want to just do like a remix and just sing on it? It's like, hell yeah. So I have that, and then we do like an acoustic and a strip version. But then I think I'm going to put this out either like September 31st or October 1st. But I wrote like a Halloween type song.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd written it for a potential film placement, but it didn't get picked up because it was like a kids thing and it wasn't very kid-y. So I was like, whoops. Anyway, I like the song. So I'm going to put it out, and then it's going to be a collab with my friend Paul Flint. He's like a EDM kind of funk producer from Paris. I produced the whole song, but then I'm having him lay down a little talk box solo on it because he's so freaking talented. So he's going to lay that down. And then Seth and I are going to do another like spooky video for it. There's just not a lot of cool Halloween stuff. So I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
That's awesome. I feel like with Halloween, like maybe not even happening this year, it'll be fun to still have the spirit alive.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Jeez, I didn't even think about that.
But I think people are going to be like craving spooky stuff because they don't get to do it.
No, it's really sad. Yeah, Halloween is something a lot of the stuff hasn't hit me. Really, like, oh, it's okay. 4th of July, I don't really love America that much anyway. But like things like that. But Halloween, that one will hurt. I'll probably go see my family for Christmas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Still, I'll probably try and get like tested and go out and see them because they're taking it all carefully. But yeah, that one will definitely be an ouch.
But yeah, that's all I have for you. Do you have anything for me?
Thank you for having me.
No, of course. Thanks for, again, making time. I know it's been like crazy with everything, but I appreciate you making some time for us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your Sunday.
You too. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.